gouge, a little weld, she'll be skippity-doo. The biggest thing is not lighting this thing on fire. So you can see this has been fixed a couple times. The first person that fixed this, it looks like they used flux core dual shield wire. And then the second guy just gouged down the middle and just did a stick weave, which is fine, but either it's a high stress area or you didn't get all the way through. You didn't get the crack all the way out, and that's what will happen. If you get most of the crack out, but not all of it, it's going to crack at a high stress area to begin with. So it just leaves that little extra bit of that crack. It opens you up, and that crack's going to migrate its way back out again and do exactly that. See, right down the center of the weld. That means you never got the crack all the way out in the first place. And then here is the repair. That one seems to be holding. And this is all dual shield wire. And that was done with stick. But then it cracked back here, the bugger. So, a couple little cracks. And that dual shield wire. When I was working up north, they just preach that stuff. And it's good because it's fast and big jobs, but for a job like this little amount of welding, I wouldn't even bother pulling up my suitcase for. But I'll get her gouged out. Alright, so that looks pretty wild, but when I started gouging, the cracks were just going every which way direction, so I had to gouge it out that much. And then here, I'm able to get to the back side. So I will, I'll weld this top part, and then I'll roll those quick attach up and get the other side. Now I've just got to get all that cleaned up. So, there. And without a gouger, you see a surface crack, and once you start gouging in with the gouger, you'll see those little cracks. Oh, geez, I gotta gouge some more. You see right there. I'm trying to see it. But anyways, there's another crack that goes a different direction. If you just see a crack and you get in there just with your regular grinder, you're just gonna grind out that crack. Chances are you're not gonna see anything else. You're gonna weld it up. You do all that work, and there's still a chance that there's another little hairline crack right beside it that you didn't even notice. So the best way to repair this, something like this, is with a gouger. But there's that. It looks high there because I was welding on top of the existing weld that was there, but a couple little extra passes to hide some undercut, but that's okay. And there's that. So my weld goes from here to there. That porosity that was existing from the last guy. So there's that. Focus. Yeah. Got that part welded up. So now, see if I can fire this thing up and roll this back and see what I can get at from the other side. I was working away and all of a sudden my arc started going away. Look. It's all black. Alright, a couple little surprises on this side, but nothing too major. Wrap up and get the heck out of here. A few years ago I actually designed and built that. Column snow blade behind the welder. We had a whole bunch of work on this a bunch of years ago too. Still holding up. Okay. Yeah, it's another satisfied customer. Good Friday, my day off working. So those friggin' reels, man. You see that? That bolt must have been arcing, and it ended up arcing the head of the bolt right off. Reels are more hassle than what they're worth. Like I bought those years ago and they were $800. Like I don't even want to know how much they are now. Those are the Scheller brand. At that time, they're right when they're transitioning to their new style. So maybe they're better now, but those ones, nothing but problems. Summertime they fill with dust and dirt and seize up, and you got to beat them apart and clean them out. In the winter they freeze up. Like that's the first and last set of reels I will ever own. I tell you that for free. So other than that, job went well. You see some of those welds, right? It's kind of like welds on top of old welds, and that's kind of what you run into when you're dealing with heavy equipment and fixing old stuff. So if you're the kind of guy that's a perfectionist, wants things perfect looking, just so you'd go nuts trying to appease customers and work on their equipment. Because sure, you could have the quick attach removed off and cut a bunch of stuff off, or you could, you know, weld it up and grind it down and weld plates over it. But what you want to do is up here, and what the customer wants to pay for is down here. So you got to produce a product that you're reasonably happy with and that the customer is willing to pay for. So it's really a gamble. But yeah, it turned out just fine. Pretty standard job there. And now I'm heading to the shop to take off my air compressor, and that's another rant, but that's a story for another day. So woo, happy Good Friday. So if you ever want to become a small business owner and you think it's going to be easy and you're just in it for the money, you're not going to make it. The first thing that you got to get used to is having 0 days off. The second thing you got to get used to is either being overwhelmed, busy, or being so slow that you don't know what you're going to do. 4-day long weekend. Last weekend I had to actually hire a guy to help me build an aluminum tank for a customer, and I had to go install it because I had to change shocks on my truck, change oil, headlight. Oh, there's a bunch of things I had to do, and then I had to supervise this guy, and then I had to go install this tank. That was last weekend, and now this weekend's a long weekend, and I did this job. Now I'm heading to the shop to remove my air compressor. And I'll see if I'm up to fixing that up. That's a rant. That's a rant. You'll see that video sometime. But you got to do something because your heart's into it. That's what you want to do, and it makes you happy, and you're good at it. And you take pride in doing it. That's really. And I'm the kind of guy. My personality. I can't be told what to do. I can't have really a boss per se. I can have a supervisor or someone to give me guidance, but when it comes down to how things are getting done, that's my decision. So that's why I choose the path of being self-employed. It's a rocky road. It's a roller coaster. There's high highs and low lows. And right now, I'm just on a nice level and things are going great. So, talk to you later, guys. And another thing, in case anyone's interested, I'll pop my Instagram up on the screen. Seems like that's what all the cool cats are doing these days. I don't post too often, but I post a little bit of work stuff and a little bit of fun stuff, I guess. So,